officer, you a counselor, whatever your profession is, you gotta be able to do it on a high level. I'm telling my homies, man, go get that CDL, man.
So he
Is about the grind.
Oh, you doing something legit?
He went to prison for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got out, he got into trucking. And one of his homeboys put him into trucking.
Mm-hmm.
And he started doing trucking and stuff. So what he do is he got a program where he take felons that's getting out of prison, help them get their CDL.
Oh.
And he put them in a truck. He got his own trucking.
Oh, he doing something positive.
Yeah.
The way he had worded it in the chat, I'm like, is he doing something illegal? No. Okay. Yo, we are back on this Tuesday day. Tuesday night. I'm a little tired. I work with kids. Kids, man, kids can always tell when they had a long break and come back.
Cocktails past it. Yeah.
Because they always act crazy.
It was that Forever. I think it was called like Forever Island or some shit. That dating show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it was like empty. She was on that shit too.
Oh, okay.
Well, we are here Tuesday night. It's your girl DJ Babe Blue Diamond.
It's your boy D, aka Mr. Live and Five himself.
That shit fella too, man.
We are the Where You Ask podcast. If you missed it last night, we had a dog night. We was all on the Urban Suite radio station KSYM. Shout out to Mickey Sweet and Shell Metal. We were out there, getting our interview on, letting people know what we about and what we do and all that good stuff. Because we do a lot. All of us do a lot besides podcasting. So it was dope. Like I said, I'm not used to being interviewed. I'm used to being an interviewer. So it's nice being on the other side of the camera. Shout out to Hypnite, the DJ. Shout out to DJ Scorpio and my girl Happy for pulling up and showing through. But we have a lot of topics to talk about tonight. Before we talked about the topics on the list, I do want to bring this up because we mentioned last week how we talked about the Chris Brown. Well, he was supposed to do the Michael Jackson tribute. Mm-hmm. Well, the Soul Train Awards tried to do a semi-Michael Jackson tribute that did not go well. I don't know if you saw it where they had this R&B cipher. So the Soul Train Awards had the R&B cipher. They had the Human Nature instrumental playing. They had a couple R&B singers singing. And at the end, they sing Human Nature. I'm like, that's your version of Michael Jackson tribute. I don't want it. You can keep it. Throw it back. That's not it. It was garbage. It was trash. It wasn't it. But I just wanted to... Why? Do you do me that way? But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because it's trash. And then
that was on what?
The Soul Train Awards that was recently. They honored Escape, so that's dope. Mickey just mentioned how 21 Savage was trying to diss Nas, and now they have a song coming out together. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
another thing. I feel like some people do that for marketing. They do that for marketing.
I wouldn't say he dissed him, but he just
talked about him. But I don't think he really talked about him like on. I think he did it because it's a marketing ploy, so people can buy this song they're gonna do together.
That too. I mean, I think he was just speaking his mind. He was just saying a lot of old dudes broke.
Oh,
they make no money off of it.
Oh yeah. Well, the time you gotta think about the time and the age back in the day compared to now.
I think they were just rapping. They wasn't even really.
But also it wasn't easily accessible as now. No. Now we got you can get music anywhere now.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
It wasn't.
A lot of stuff was just neighborhood. So a lot of people didn't hear, the ciphers that they had because that was all like neighborhood stuff, or even songs. Some songs are just neighborhood classics, and we don't know them. But you'll go to somebody else's city, and everybody in the city know it, but it never broke, mainstream. So it's a lot of stuff like that too. And yeah, it's a different time. So you got streaming and all that. I'm pretty sure they still get some kind of royalties or something.
Yeah.
Unless they just own nothing, which a lot of people don't own their masters and that. So, that's a whole different story.
Well, if you haven't heard the news in the Hollywood news, but so if you don't know Balenciaga, they had an ad out. If you haven't seen it, and it has kids in it, and around the ad, and in the ad with the kids, there's like wine bottles, there's chains, there's whips, there's stuff that goes around your neck, chokers. It's a lot of inappropriate stuff that's not meant for kids. Beat type stuff.
Yeah.
So if you into that stuff, you know what it is. And they had that in the photo with the kids. My thing is like, I feel like that's the same thing
See, I
with
didn't
that.
catch that at first until
Yeah, me neither. I
didn't
saw
catch
the
it,
picture, but I
because I
didn't.
just
Me either.
because I really just saw pictures and I'm
Me
like,
too.
I wasn't looking for it.
I was like, what's the big deal? Like,
And then people start pointing it out.
Right.
You gotta wait. Just like I guess we can talk about this too because it kind of goes the same. Just like that picture with the mom and the kids. When you first look at it, you like, oh, they got the Gap brown fit on. They looking tight. Then you gotta look closely and them on the gang size. But my thing is, as a parent, I get it that Balenciaga is gonna pay you a lot of money for your kid to be in that ad. But still, is that still worth it?
No.
I feel like you gotta say no. Just like that thing with what was it H&M when they had the King of the Jungle.
They had the little black boy.
And the black boy. As a mom, I don't care if they paid you $500, $5 million. You gotta say
what happened?
I was trying to see what you was on.
Oh, TikTok. You gotta say no. No, like it's not worth it. Like if you I don't know if your daughter wants to be a model or anything, but like if your kid wants to be a model and naked is gonna be like, hey, all you gotta do is take all your clothes off and pose with the drink.
Then we're walking out of the meeting. Like I'm not subjecting my child to that type of bullshit.
Exactly. Why all these? But my thing is, why did it take Kanye to say something, then Kim to say something? Like a lot of these artists aren't speaking up, but Kanye said it that these artists aren't speaking up for the same reason that he said it on the Drink Champs and all that. They're not speaking up.
It's no. I don't think he said it. I think it was RZA Islam. He said, if you're a billionaire but you can't speak your mind, you're a rich slave.
That makes sense.
It does.
Because ultimately, you can't speak your mind. Like, I'm pretty sure. So I think it's some exception. I think Jay-Z is an exception to the rule versus the majority.
What, speaking your mind?
Jay-Z can say some stuff, and
well, he needs to speak up. Say some stuff.
I'm saying he can say some stuff, but
he needs to.
But then like
he'll get the backlash too. Like
that's what I was about to say. Like he'll get the backlash as well, and like
it ain't exclusive.
Because like I remember this interview 50 did on the Breakfast Club, like maybe 2014, 2015. The date like escapes me, but it was around the time where he was pretty much saying that the conversation was, he's pretty much Mr. Knowles now instead of Jay-Z, pretty much like because of his attachment to Beyonce. Because like before all of that, take for instance Oprah. Oprah openly ridiculed Ludacris during the promotion of Crash.
Oh yeah,
on air.
You feel what I'm saying?
But didn't you do the same thing to Eve and Ice Cube when they were promoting Barbershop?
No, because that's not. No, that wasn't more than. If she did, it wasn't to the. It wasn't
as Ludacris. Yeah, I remember
because,
that.
Luda is known for raunchy ass.
Yeah,
right.
So
him and Bill O'Reilly was getting to a lot.
Yeah, you see where Bill O'Reilly is.
Yeah,
now.
Definitely. But
he 50 pretty much said it was like, when it came to the content that Jay would put out, he has to explain that because they look at him. He gave the comparison to when My President Is Black song with Jeezy, because they look at Jeezy like he don't know better,
right?
Yeah,
but they look at Jay like he do. So if he does do something that goes against the grain of the circle that he's a part of, then he has to explain that. Kind of like
Jay-Z was on that song.
No, I'm like he says he was on that track, and then like
I thought it was not.
No, I think Jay was on that. Or was it one of the remixes? Maybe I'm not sure.
It probably was a remix. I know Jeezy and Nas was definitely on it.
Yeah, but like he gave another example, like the Otis song, right? With him and Kanye. He has to explain or not, and I don't know this. I'm just kind of paraphrasing what 50 was saying, just kind of give another example. Jay hasn't really done any given any violent content,
right?
Since he had been like rubbing shoulders with certain circles. So when the Otis song comes,
his music definitely
right. So when the Otis song comes out,
them.
right. So when the Otis song comes out, remember that line where he goes, "Live from the Mercer, run up on Yeezy the wrong way, I might murk you."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he probably had to. To give some sort of.
What did you mean by?
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying.
Or
so
I'm
can't
not
really
white,
just
I'm OJ.
openly.
I'm not white. I'm not black.
I'm OJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
That OJ song was.
But that 444 was a totally different.
It really was
Animal. You feel what I'm saying? So
that OJ song was dope, and the video that went with it was just.
It really was.
That was a dope little.
That
was on the 444.
Mm-hmm. It had a lot of similes, metaphors, and if you didn't get it the first time, go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
But in that same sense, I want to bring up
because Pusha T destroyed Drake on that beat.
He was dead.
Oh man,
that was a great beef right there.
For that moment.
For the moment, it really was.
Yeah.
Just kind of throw that out. You mentioned Drake, and Drake is attached.
Yeah, to them.
Yeah,
to the Migos. If you bringing up the other picture, if you haven't seen the other picture, I wish I can show it to the screen. But there's a picture. It's this black family, a mom, daughter, 2 sons. They're looking nice in their fall colors, brown. Black people in brown is always a sight to see. And then we look closely, the boys are throwing up gang signs. They're throwing up the C's, the B's. I don't know what they're throwing up. They're throwing up gangs. I didn't say that first either. On TikTok, they say, tell me what's wrong with this picture. And then they show you what's wrong with the picture. Yeah. I didn't say that first. But yeah, I'm like, Gap comes in brown now. Like, I'm really trying to look at their clothes. But they throwing up gang signs. This makes me wonder. This is why father figures are important. And when I mean father figure, I don't necessarily mean their dad. Because let's say if their dad can't be in their life, sometimes it can be an uncle, it could be a grandfather, it could be a male cousin that's doing positive stuff, not the male cousins or the grandpas that be testing kids. Not those.
Just positive male reinforcement.
Exactly. In their lives. Because single mothers can't do it on their own. They can try to be the mom and dad, but we know they can't.
Yeah.
You just can't. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a void that
they can't be filled.
Yeah, it can be filled if you have somebody in your life that's playing that role. It's just something. It's not like nothing is like having your own parent.
Yeah.
Right.
Like even if it's your stepmom versus your real mom, like yeah, you might have your stepmom, but it's not the same as having your real mom. It's a different attachment to it. I think it's a spiritual thing too.
And I feel like if you look at the comments when I first started, because I saw the picture on TikTok. If you look at the comments, you can tell there's 2 different sides. You have the people who can look and say, you know what, they need father figures in their life. Then you have the other side where they're like, oh, they throwing up so-and-so. They from this side. They from the west side. They from, they from New York. They from Chi-Town. Really? These boys look like they still in elementary school, maybe beginning middle school. And you worried about what side of town they from? You're not worried about...
You know what I noticed about?
No, that's that real East Side shit.
It really is. That's what it is. It's that real East Side shit. We're gonna video chat and see Ari throwing up real East Side shit. That's gonna be Ari's first word.
My kids are like T.I.'s kids. You don't know shit about the hood.
Except for Damani.
You don't know shit about the hood.
Damani really don't. He be up there acting crazy. He be cursing out the the Waffle House workers and everything like he will hood.
That's a prime example of
that's King.
I mean King. That's why it's King, not Damani. You're right. It's King.
You can have a father in your life, but is that a positive
father? Is that a?
Because he's been locked up for a lot of time too.
T.I.
Yeah, T.I.
Got nothing to do. It has nothing to do with him being locked up.
Too.
Yeah, he a street dude, but that ain't got nothing to do with his role modelness. That doesn't necessarily have to do with him being locked up per se.
But I'm just saying if he's not there part of his life to guide him the right way.
No, I think when King, he was out.
That's what I'm saying.
I know he was out when King started acting up. I'm just saying, but King can always say, well, you've been locked up for most of my life. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, but he ain't gonna do that. Because but Tip hasn't been locked up most of his life. That's the point.
No, he haven't served no long stay.
But he's been in and out.
Yeah, he's been in and out.
I don't know if that.
Yeah, like he would do a year tops.
But so had Lil Wayne.
Right. No. But the difference is I don't think you're gonna really see Wayne's kids out here act like That's the one thing I can say about Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Wayne ain't in no drama, dog.
Nah,
he definitely stay out of it.
Whether it's himself, his baby mamas, or his kid, like he's in no drama.
I don't know any of his baby mamas who really like talk bad about him. They might say, "Oh yeah, I thought me and Wayne was gonna be together forever." That's about it. I don't really hear them.
Nobody say nothing bad.
Exactly. They're not saying he don't take care of his kids. They're not saying like he's a deadbeat. They're not saying he don't provide or anything like that. Like even his first baby mama, I think they were married for a while, Toya. Even till this day, even though Toya's like remarried and moved on, she still speaks highly of Wayne. Yeah. She still says that he's a great father. Like he might look like a gremlin right now and got two braids in his head and he let it go like Julio, but you know, he's a great father.
You can literally have a great relationship with somebody and y'all just wasn't meant to be together. It was just y'all season and y'all got a baby out of it.
Well, that's how a lot of people were taking that statement that I think it's Tia said to me. I get
she was on some crazy bad shit.
That's what they said. They said that they took it as the same thing, as in sometimes y'all just not meant to be.
No,
this is the way she worded it. Made it seem like
she worded that like I need to get some more dick. That's what
you think that's how she worded it?
That's what I got out of
that's
it.
Not.
Oh, you talking about the twin that was married? Yeah, that came out of left field.
Yeah,
because a lot of people say, well, she just saying that you know, if y'all not happy together, don't stay together. But the way she worded it made it seem like she graduated, like you said.
That's what she.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, like that whole thing. Because like
I have to graduate. What the fuck?
You graduated to what? Because like she started taking more risque photos and putting them online.
And she's doing a lot of self-care now. All of a sudden,
I mean, you should self-care. Period. Because like
that's not saying she's doing it more than what so often than when she wasn't. I'm not saying she wasn't, but she's posting it more, like you said. Because I follow her on Instagram, so I see more stuff that I didn't see when she was.
That's another one
married.
Of them things too, where it's like where I said last week about the double standard. Mm-hmm. It just extends it. A woman can sit there and literally that could be the only her only reasons for wanting to her only gripe. We just grew apart. X, Y, and Z, and then like we got to sit there and take that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let roles be reversed, and we say, yeah, I'm just off it, like, which is essentially what she said.
Yeah, because
we have to sit here and explain, like we have to
you gonna have to pay for that.
You got to pay for that. Like, well, what was you doing? Like this, that. What you talking about?
That's what I don't get. Because when she first made the initial post and how she's saying like she still has love for her husband, how they grew apart with the woo, the first thing they want to say is, "Oh, did he cheat?" Why we automatically assume it was that? Maybe she could have cheated. That's what I'm saying. She could have did something. We automatically assume it was him, and he hasn't said nothing the whole time. He hasn't done any interviews. Only thing he posts really on his page is the stuff that he does for All American because he's on that show. Like. My thing is, why do we automatically assume that somebody cheated? Maybe they did go apart. Maybe they just not happy together. You can't automatically.
She grew apart. She grew apart.
But someone said that.
Let's keep it a buck. She ain't had shit going. She ain't been having nothing really going on.
Which one?
Well, her cooking show. Yes, she has a cooking show in her cookware.
Okay.
In her recipe book.
Okay, cooking show recipe book. One of the hottest TV shows.
Well, now, yeah, that's what
I'm saying. He's always played the background to her. Like even in the little like small movies. And
that's
stuff
what someone said.
He would always play the background.
Yeah, someone said
that. Now the roles are flipped.
Exactly, but someone said that too. Someone said because she met him when he was at his worst. Because when they met, if you know their love story, they met when he had nothing. He was literally broke. They met him on the bus stop. So if you know their love story, someone said that because she met him when he's at his worst, and now that he's on a come up, you know, it's like some people feel like he doesn't need her anymore. But I feel like that wasn't the case. I feel like it's what you said.
Might have been some. She might have been some.
That was some insecure shit. That's how I look at it.
I think men do the same shit. I think their spouse can surpass them, and it makes them feel less masculine.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, like for one reason, I don't care if my wife makes more than me. That's a good thing because that's all in-house money. It's no battle.
Right.
If my wife made 30,000-40,000 more than me, hey, look.
It's only a problem if she's keeping it secret and doing something else with it. But if y'all build it as a team,
well, yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's kind of mischievous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if y'all building as a team,
I don't even think like that's an extreme though. What we would have an issue where is the day-to-day interaction, like how your attitude and how your approach with me is different based on the level of income that you have over
income.
me.
Yeah, and
that's our issue.
And a lot of women think that men are scared or intimidated by women, black women with money, and that's not the case. It's the attitude.
Yeah. Like y'all innately do that. Like,
don't try to talk down on me as if I'm not worth nothing because you make $80,000 a year. Because it's another woman out there making $100,000 a year that will gladly switch you positions and won't say nothing and still let you lead. So it's all about the attitude. I always say a woman won't go into Walmart, and if her financial status is high, she won't go into Walmart and give one of the Walmart employees a chance because you work at Walmart, nigga. But a man doesn't care about a woman's financial situation. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you. So you could be working at Burger King, Walmart, Dairy Queen. If you fine or you his type, he gonna holler at you. He's not caring about all that other stuff.
I'm the same way as long as you have goals.
Yeah, I think everybody should have goals.
Because my thing is
some people
like
put goals on people. Like I always hear a woman say, "I don't mind. I can be with a man that makes $50,000, but he got to be trying to make more." But what if he's content with the 50? What if that's good for him? He can live off that.
Yeah.
You know, why are you trying to force him to be something
when I mean
that
goals, I mean like
probably can't. Everybody can't be a boss.
Yeah. And goals can mean different things. Like goals can mean like at least you want to work, or at least you want to make, or you keep a. That's what I say. At least you want to work, keep a job, or have some kind of income.
Right.
Some kind, whether it's your own business. I don't want nobody that's gonna be sitting on the couch every day just eating popcorn and watch TV 24/7. None of that. We don't need.
If you settle for that, then everything that's happening in your life you deserve.
See, and we talked. See, and D. Jones talked about this in his chitty chat. He talked about how a lot of men feel like dating women nowadays is like a job interview. So he ended up calling me to talk about the chitty chat, and I mentioned how instead of making it a job interview, I feel like a lot of questions that we feel like that women feel like they need answer would be answered naturally if you had that conversation. Instead of me sitting there saying, "What do you do for a living? How much money do you make?" I feel like all that comes out naturally when you have that conversation.
If you ask me on the first date how much money I make, I'm immediately turned off, and I'm good. Because at first of all, it's none of your fucking business.
Yeah, like I was.
Because if I ask you what your body count is,
right,
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Hey, like it's funny you say that. It's funny you mention that because, like, before I met my wife, well, not met because I had already known.
Yeah.
But before me and her got together, I was dating this chick out in the Metroplex, and I knew who her sister was. Like her sister's reputation preceded her because
good way or bad way?
In a bad way. No, because I knew her like my homeboy's brother used to date her.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like his older brother, his big brother used to date her or whatever. And they had been graduated high school before.
Oh, they was older.
It was older.
Yeah.
So like I hadn't like seen her in like a very long, like kind of like very long time. Maybe seen her in passing once or twice, and never really understood that was like her sister until it got put out there like that. So she come, we go. I'm over their house for like Christmas, just meeting the family, like really meeting the family like that and all of that. And she get the grill, doing the sisterly thing, grilling, what are your intentions, that type of shit. Okay, all right, well, cool. We kicking it right now.
Intentions is I'm trying to fuck.
Like we kicking it right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not talking to nobody else if that's what you asking me. I'm like, not that it's any of your business, but I mean, what me and your sister got going on really ain't got nothing to do with you per se.
Yeah.
So that was earlier in the mall trip. Then we end up back at the house where the parents at and all of that. So we watching TV and I'm in the kitchen. We all kind of all in the kitchen. She asked me what my credit. Like, so what's your credit score? And I look back at her, and I'm like, well, what's your credit score on these streets when it comes to and her sister was like kicking me under the table.
Yeah.
Nah, don't stop me now.
I'm like, no, don't. I'm like, because I don't know you, but I know you.
Yeah.
She wanted to duel.
I'm like, I don't know you, but like I know you.
Right.
I have credible sources. I told her, I said, I got credible sources about you.
Yeah.
I'm like, so the West, like, so you might want to. And I turned to her husband because her husband was standing right there. I was like, so you might want to put her back, like, might want to reel her in.
Right. Before you had a divorce.
Like, straight up.
Yeah.
And it was like her daddy was in there, the mama was in there, I'm like, don't play with me. Like, don't, because like there's a way you can go about trying to meet somebody.
Yeah, and it's so.
But you get to like, asking me one, I'm 19.
Yeah, I don't know. Really
I'm not really interested in my credit score at this very moment. Like, it's not bad.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
yeah. I would have been like 2-1.
Nigga, how many dicks was you sucking? Like at 5 o'clock? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
wow,
that homecoming game over at UTA, like that was you over there with them, right?
Wow. Not the football team.
Like, quit playing with me, dog.
Not the football
team. Yeah, that kind of grilling. First of all, if I was to be trying to get in the family, my job is to present myself to the father. Yeah. If anybody is supposed to be asking me questions or anything, it's the father or the mother. The siblings.
That happened this Thanksgiving.
Y'all fall in line.
My brother questioned my friend this Thanksgiving. But it's kind of weird because he wasn't prepared to come inside. He had came just to pick up a pizza that he had ordered that got delivered to my house. He wasn't prepared to come inside. He had on pajamas. Like, he was dressed like a bum. He had just woke up. He just came to get pizza and was going to dip out. But was like, oh, you a pizza delivery woman now? I was like, it's not like that. So he made him come in. But he didn't grill him much. He just said, what's your name? He just said, what's your name? What do you do? He told him what he did. That he used to be ex-military. He's like, okay, cool. That's it. He didn't grill him much. But he had no right. I feel like he had no option because I was going to be like, you didn't care about my love like all these years. And all of a sudden you want to have an interest.
I think if the father's not there, it's the brothers.
But my brother never done that. My father never done that. My brother never done it. So I'm like, my thing's like, don't care now. You had all these years to care. That's my thing. I'm like,
I got grilled by my.
And then I'm also thinking in my head, I'm like, you asking me all these questions about who I'm talking to, but yeah, you ain't mentioned nothing about your daughter's boyfriend. And your daughter's like a senior in high school. So I'm be thinking in my head, like, your priority is weird. Don't worry about me. Worry about her. I'm gone. Thank you. I'm gone.
I never grilled none of my sister's boyfriends. I never like grilled them. If they ever came over to meet my mom and I'm there, I just let them know, hey, bro, don't. If you ain't got no good intentions, man, just leave it alone, cause you gonna start. I remember one night my sister, I ain't gonna say disappeared, but we couldn't find her.
Yeah.
And her and my mom was standing in Raisby's, and my mom called, and it was me and my cousins. We all out looking for her. And then me and my cousin James, we was like, hey, nigga, we find this nigga. It's on. Like, and her boyfriend at the time, I knew who he was. He was
solid.
He was a husky dude, but he was young. But I mean, size don't matter anyway. But we was looking for him. We was all over, and my other cousin found him. My other cousin's more of a peacemaker type. So my cousin found him and told him, hey, look, her cousin and her brother's looking for you. You need to leave. You need to go that way. So when they told me, I was like, bro, what? Why the fuck you do that? Like,
that almost happened to me, but I wasn't lost. So I was at he's like an older man, but he got too older. But this man's house, and he wouldn't let me leave. Huh?
What's older, like 40s?
At the time, I was 20 something. So yeah, like early 40s type.
You got a sugar daddy.
But he wasn't like that. He did music, so that's how we connected on the music tip. So yeah, he wouldn't let me leave the house. So I had to call. So I was calling one of my friends. I didn't want my brother to get involved. I had to call one of my friends at first, and they were not answering. Shut up.
I'm just saying that's what it sounds very familiar.
It really does. So he wouldn't let me leave. So my brother pulls up.
Familiar.
So finally, when he finally about to let me leave, he knew something was gonna pop out. So he told me to stand outside the door so my brother can come in. My brother comes. My brother wanted to beat him up, but he couldn't. So instead, he just stole his radio out the car. And said, if you want to get it, you gotta come get it for me. Get it back. If you want to get it back, you gotta come get it.
I definitely did that before.
That happened to me. And then
I stole a radio before. Yeah, a couple of them back in the day. It was some money in it, but yeah, my sister.
You gotta be grateful you ain't running the old man Willie Weathers, man.
Who, her?
No, you stealing people radio.
It wasn't just me. It was
it was
organized crime.
It wasn't just J-Rock either.
Nah,
but he the one that got hit in the back with that 12 gauge though.
Nah, we was prepared. We wasn't out there naked.
Wow.
We shouldn't have been out there in the first place.
You shouldn't have been out there in the first place jacking people radio.
Well, while we on this topic,
it was radio system, screen.
While we kind of on this topic, you brought this up, negative and positive, well, true and false stereotypes about different ethnicities. We talking about the Black culture. What's something that you hear about?
Well, even like any culture.
Well, I know, but I'm saying because we talking about the Black culture now.
But
what's something that you've heard that you feel like is true and that you feel like is false? Anybody's culture. You can start with Black people since we're talking about Black people.
Wait a minute, what's the question?
Like true or false stereotypes about different ethnicities. I can't pronounce it.
Racist.
Ethnicities.
Oh, okay.
Racist.
Yes.
That you've heard.
Is a hard word.
I want to say I don't know. I guess I can say
ethnicities.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been with enough Chinese men.
I
haven't been with enough Chinese dudes to know if this is true or not. I've only been with one, and man, it was small.
So that stereotype is true.
Why you go straight to dick? Like, I don't.
That's the only
thing I knew about them.
Chinese people got.
You don't know, like, I'm talking about with other stereotypes. That's the one that sticks out to you the most.
Well, that's what I said. I haven't talked to enough Asians to know what else about them.
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, you're talking about any other
stereotype. Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
They think they know.
I know one is not true. Is all white people can't dance because it's obviously we know.
Well, if you notice the background story of Save the Last Dance, actually the Black boy couldn't dance and the white girl could, and that they had to teach each other the opposite. So they had to teach the Black boy some dance moves so he can pretend to teach the white girl in the movie. Yeah,
he looked stiff.
Yeah. So if you listen to the backstory, the white girl actually had moves and the Black boy didn't. So they taught him some moves. So it made it seem like the white girl couldn't dance. So just imagine.
She was doing like ballet, right?
Yeah. But she knew how to dance in general. So just imagine in the movie, he's trying to teach some hip hop moves. I know she's thinking in her head, I already know how to do this, but let me just play for the movie and get this check.
Yeah, that's a weird world to play. That's like asking Michael Vick, we're gonna put you in this movie and you gotta act like we're teaching you to play football. No, goddamn well you can throw the ball 80 yards already. Easy. A perfect spiral. Flick of the wrist. Look at do one of these. Oh, another stereotype is another bad stereotype.
White man can't jump.
Is
white man.
White man. I mean,
no,
that might be kind of true.
No, that's not true at all. There's been plenty of white boys that have
bumped that
myth since then. That's what I said.
I know Brent Berry jumped from the free throw line.
Bro, I'm not even talking about regular hoopers. I'm talking about
street ballers, people that do the dunking contest. What's that one boy?
Actual team dunk.
What's that one boy? I don't know his name. The one that pulls up to like the dunk contest and he shows off his move.
He came up. He did that. He did that as
Gary Payton. Right?
Yeah, he did that
in regular clothes. In regular clothes.
A pair of chinos.
Yeah.
And a Def Leppard t-shirt. Like
that's true.
Without stretching. So that's a horrible. And
I think it's
that all people are good in sports. I mean, all Black people are good in sports. I hate that stereotype. They look at you and automatically assume. Yeah. As soon as I got to high school, the basketball coach looked at me and say, "Oh, you tall. You should be a basketball player." And I'm like, I'm uncoordinated and I play the violin. I'm the last person you want on your basketball team.
Not, a stereotype that's put on Black people is about instruments. They never go to that. It's definitely sports first.
Yeah. She didn't even know my name.
They'll never walk up to you and say, "So, you ever thought about playing the cello?" What is that? What
she didn't even know my name. It was literally I I want to say it was my 10th grade year. Because if you don't know Justin, we had gray campus and red campus. Yeah. So it was I want to say either my 10th grade year or my freshman year, because I did have some classes on the red campus. But as soon as I got to that red campus, the coach saw me. She didn't even know my name. She didn't ask me my name. She just saw me, looked me up and down, and said, "You should be a basketball player." I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm uncoordinated."
My sister.
I'm uncoordinated. I wear glasses.
Right pictures.
Yeah, pictures. So no, we haven't seen it in person.
She's like 6'3".
Oh, she's tall.
She was tall. She was like 6 feet in like middle school. Like,
yeah.
You should have seen her playing. I think she scored like 60-something points in one game. But she didn't like playing basketball. She liked volleyball though. So what I used to tell her is, if you play basketball in the summer and you train for volleyball, you got a leg up on everybody that's just playing volleyball. So she started playing both sports, and she actually could have went. She ended up going to the military, but she actually could have went and played volleyball at UT. But
my youngest sister was really good at basketball in middle school. They really wanted her to play when she got to high school, but she had this stereotype that they were going to turn her out because the majority of the basketball players were gay. So she's like, "I'm not joining the basketball team."
Oh Lord.
She's like, she thought she was gonna get turned out. She's like, "I'm not joining the team." I was like, "But you good at it."
Somebody gotta stop their favorite hobby because they don't want it. They scared to get turned out.
That is horrible, though.
That's horrible.
That's sad.
Stop your whole future because you're scared to get turned. I mean, not to say that she'll get turned out, but
just had that thought in her head for her to think that way.
It's enough for you to stop.
Yeah, for her to think that way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because when she played in Wood Lake, her team was undefeated to the point that they told the coach to sit all the good players down because it's not fair that none of the other teams got to win a game. They still were undefeated. And they were still undefeated.
I don't like that in sport.
That's some soft ass shit.
Nah,
like it got to the point that they made a shirt that it was like 36-0, whatever, how many games they won to how many games they lost, which was 0. And some of the other moms and other parents from other schools were saying that's not fair.
Tell your kids
that
put their game up.
Put the C players in. And even the C players were still dominating.
It was the A team, B team. We just had A and B.
No, they just had A and B. But even the A team and B team was undefeated, and they were still saying.
What the C team just pick up?
No, the C team. See what it is back in the Justin days, because Justin IZ has it. So what it was is
say it. I want you to say it.
I'm gonna say that's the handicap team.
Okay, never mind.
No, it's not.
I really wish I didn't ask you.
You really wish.
I really
don't
wish.
listen
I take
to him.
that back.
Well, in my district,
he can't take what he said back, but I take
really can't. Yeah.
Push him.
Yeah.
For him to say what he did.
In my district, a long time ago, before they changed the rules, they used to have it where, especially in middle school and elementary, they used to have it where they didn't want you to cut anybody. So if you didn't make the A team and B team, they had a C team because they didn't want to cut you. They felt bad for saying, "Hey, you didn't make the team, so you just put you on the C team."
Right.
And the C team rarely played any games. You just there just to say you're on the team. But then they changed that rule because they felt like that was stupid, that you have to learn to get cut at some point in your life. So yeah, that's what it was. Not what he says. Don't listen to his nonsense. He made the C team a couple times in his life. That's how you know
why.
How many?
I could have said.
How many girls you hit on a C team? A couple times.
We didn't have a C team. We just had an A team and a B.
Yeah, we had a C. We had an A, B, and we had a C gym, but we didn't have a.
No, we had a C team. But then they cut it out. I think they had it like my 6th grade year, and after my 6th grade year, they cut it out. Man.
That score then.
Nah,
I don't know why I thought about the episode of Sister where they didn't make the Chilean team, so they had to be like this shit. And they had to come up with their own uniforms.
Hey.
And everybody leaves. Man. They said, "Yeah, you perform after everybody leaves."
Yeah. Oh man.
Nah, like crazy, man. In the
I said I didn't want to say it in Travis.
And then when you said, I also thought about radio. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Cuban good.
Nah, y'all watched that like
Waterboy.
Oh yeah.
Nah, he wasn't slow. He was. He was slow.
You can't do it.
He was slow. Like. Okay, so check this out, right?
Oh man.
So I like Family Guy is one of my like favorite shows. Mm-hmm. But it was like probably one of them. They do a lot of like
they do
fucked up.
They really do.
But like, I like shit, it they don't show no.
They pull no put like they are very
That's why
they very even across the
that's
board.
why-
Who they offend.
That's
right?
why Family Guy's only showed on certain like streaming stuff. Like they took The Office out of Netflix because some of their jokes is not gonna pass
But they
nowadays.
still showing Family Guy on regular TV.
I know they do. That's what I said. The
Yeah.
Office is on regular TV too, but they took it off of Netflix. Family Guy's on Hulu. I watch it. I know, but yeah,
Well,
a lot of the jokes.
So there was this two handicap jokes, right?
Oh Lord.
Both funny, but they up. No, like so.
Not that one.
They saw it's the main four, like the four homies, like they in the water tower, right?
Oh yeah.
Talking about Peter.
So it's Peter, Quagmire,
Cleveland,
and Glenn.
And Glenn, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Glenn is the handicap, the cop, right?
No. Glenn is
or is that
Glenn
Joe?
is Giggity.
That's
Joe.
Joe.
That's
Quagmire.
Joe.
Glenn
Glenn is
Quagmire.
Giggity is the Quagmire. Yeah.
But
oh, I know what you're talking about.
And of course,
So
he's gonna repeat
talking.
them. Look, your wife. Look at your wife.
Of course, she know. So like so we
She
talk.
knows.
So they sitting there talking, right?
Yeah.
And the whole time,
were they like drunk or something?
No, they weren't drunk. They was just.
No, this ain't the one where they're in the beer thing. This is a different one. This is the water tower.
They're in the water tower.
Yeah, this is a different one.
At the top of the water tower.
Are they asking who they were?
No, they just having a conversation. I don't know what they're talking about because all I'm focused on is every time, water's very, like you can float.
Oh,
his legs kept going back and they kept pushing him down like it's not, like it's just part of regular conversation.
I know.
That one, and then they went to, there was this scene where they was at a pep rally at a deaf high school.
I haven't seen that one.
And the deaf? Yeah, so the dude, the kid that was leading it, he was like leading the charge or whatever, the school like spirit and shit. And he kept saying, he was like, he said, say X, Y, and Z. And they said, I guess they were saying it or whatever. And he kept saying, I can't hear you. And he kept saying it. And he kept saying, I can't hear you. And they was saying it again. And he just kept repeating it.
Like, he literally couldn't hear him.
Like he literally couldn't hear him. I don't think it was a deaf. I think he was just deaf.
Oh, okay.
But they kept saying it.
Fucking Family Guy.
Family Guy is some asshole.
A lot of shows nowadays would not get away with the sensitivity of America today.
No.
I'm surprised.
They would not. That's what, like I said, that's the main reason why they stopped showing The Office on Netflix. Netflix was like, we're taking The Office off because some of the jokes is set in the paper.
I'm surprised South Park is still
on.
Wrong. That's what she said.
South Park is just this.
Man, I love South Park, man. I love it for South Park.
Kenny
die every episode, man.
Cartman always.
If you don't know that song, Kenny's dead. We gotta ride to that. Kenny got it. Man, South Park is where it's at.
No, you're wrong. No,
that movie was funny.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I was like
that movie. The South Park, the movie was funny. That came out in high school, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It had Terrence and Phillip, and it had Saddam Hussein and the devil was in a relationship.
Oh yeah. My favorite episode when they had Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
The little puppet.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? Well, what in the butt?
Yeah, we used to say that shit all the time.
Man, I hate that shit. Like, don't force that song on me.
Oh,
like you don't know, but like she do it.
Well, oh yeah, I do it.
It's literally the most.
It's very childish.
I hate that video. I hate it.
It's gonna be your ringtone.
No, don't do that.
Every time Travis calls, he's gonna say, what?
I'm never calling her. I'm never calling.
Oh no, I just made me think about it. It's this thing on TikTok where it says, what is a fictional character that was the worst? She said, look, let's do it in the butt. Well,
okay.
But there's this trend on TikTok where it's asking, what is a fictional friend that was the worst friend to have as a person? You know, a lot of people bring up so-and-so from Girlfriends and all this, but we watch a lot of shows.
They were all horrible friends.
They are. But we watch a lot of shows. What do you feel like was a fictional friend that was the worst friend on that show?
On that show?
On any show. On any show that you watch. Because we watch a lot of shows. Like, he bought a Family Guy.
Peter Griffin is a horrible friend.
Yeah, Peter Griffin is definitely a
horrible Simpson friend. Is also a
horrible friend. I can't. No. Okay, check it out.
Now Peter do some.
Homer had friends,
but Peter always there for his homies if they need. If he,
Homer had friends.
Yeah, he got Mo.
They're not their friends.
He is
Mo, the one that owns the bar. That's his friend.
Yeah, Mo.
Yeah.
They all.
They
Yeah,
hung out. And,
They hung out,
and then you got
but
the black dude.
Let me say, did they hang out outside the
other
bar?
dude that work at the plant with him.
But did they hang out outside the bar?
Yeah.
Him and Mo?
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Homer damn near lived in there at one point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, he wasn't a good friend.
Nah, who else?
Who?
But besides cartoons, like any other stuff that we've seen, like Martin, Freshman, we see a lot of movies. We see a lot of shows. Any shows besides cartoons that you feel like, okay, they were not a good friend at all.
Carlton, some of these housewives
I feel like Carlton was not a good friend.
Nah, Carlton was just suburban.
Some of these housewives shows, like
none of those chicks on Housewives are friends.
Me and Brittany had this conversation last night.
I wouldn't do 90.
Well, like Portia. If you don't know, Portia just got married to one of her best friend's ex-husband.
Yo, that bro.
We've been watching, and I don't even know what I should be admitting, but
that's the
we've been watching the Housewives.
He was all in well, I don't know, like.
She was all up in her house. They took pictures. They were friends.
Brittany did a TikTok on me last night after last night's show.
Oh, which one?
Or Sunday
Potomac?
show.
I think
you saw that? She's going to kick them out the house because they're going to check on that girl, Monique?
No, Wendy.
Wendy.
I have a legit.
They're going to check on her and she's going to kick her out?
Well, here's the thing, though.
None of them chicks.
They don't like each other anyway.
Ashley is the messiest fuck.
Mia was wrong.
I have strong opinions about Ashley.
Go ahead, tell us.
And her husband.
Tell her.
I think her husband.
What, the gay husband, the one that like to go up the booty?
No, I think he's definitely bisexual. But here's the thing: she already knows that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
don't know why she stopped. I don't know why she won't admit it.
The money's good.
Even if he admits
Even if she admitted,
you don't have to be married.
He gonna be like, well, you know.
But they're already getting a divorce right now.
Well, yeah, I know.
My thing is like, you don't have to be married to be a housewife. Clearly,
so
Giselle is not married
on there.
Only one person.
Karen's married.
No, two.
Well,
Karen's married.
Wendy and Mia.
And Mia's married.
Well, and
Juan and Robin still haven't.
Oh no, Candace is married.
And Candace is married.
Well, Ashley is still married because the divorce is not finalized.
Yeah, but
then the process.
Here's my thing, right?
Once you start the process, you divorce.
I see, and I said this last night. I see why she was just a skeet buddy, just something to skeet on for the rest of his like Ashley, like what?
Robin ain't
because
he's stringing her. I finally realized who that dude was.
Who, Juan Dixon?
Yeah, everybody know who he was.
No, but I've heard of. But I was really paying attention. I was like, wait.
And she's like, oh, now that I make more money than him, we need to have a.
He played at Maryland, right?
We need to have a.
He won the national championship.
Yeah, we need to have a prenup that if he cheats on me again, he can't take my money. I'm like, go. You're not getting married. He's not gonna say I do. He just says that to keep you around.
Yeah.
Like you have a living boyfriend.
Yeah, basically.
Who coaches college? He coaches college basketball now, right?
When they went to the Medium, I asked my wife, would she do that?
Yep, it's cheaper to keep her. He's right, especially now that they have two kids.
Legally getting divorced because
they have two kids now, and I cannot stand the Green Eye Bandits. If y'all know who they are, Giselle and Robin.
Yeah, they messy too.
What? No, Giselle is look here.
Giselle have no way to talk about somebody's marriage when he was married to
who you think messy out of her ass?
Giselle.
Whoa. No, wait. Let me answer this question. Giselle is miserable.
She is.
Giselle is very bitter.
Yeah.
So it's not like, is she messy? Yes. But that messiness is
just a new girl.
She a new chick. Like she's a new chick that came on last season.
Yeah.
Yeah. She came on last season.
Because we on that part where Candace is.
She replaced Monique when Monique and Candace got into the fight.
Oh, see, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you got a lot to catch up on. But
they just left.
Giselle is bitter that her husband that she thought was gonna be perfect was not perfect, and that she went back to Pastor Brian. Pastor Brian cheated on her again. Right? Stop dating.
Wait. Hold on.
Giselle used to be married to Pastor Jamal Bryant.
I know.
They have kids together. But she went back to him.
Who is the dude? What is she dating? A dude?
Yeah, Jamal Bryant. She went back to him.
She was okay. Look, check. Jamal got divorced.
Yeah, they have kids together.
Ago,
they have kids together.
Got kids together.
Mm-hmm.
She'd been playing the dating scene. One season, she was really into this one dude. He was a tall, bald-headed.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
that was
because the kids met him.
Yeah, that was the guy that she was like kind of in with.
They were talking about, I think, like
by the end of that season, by the end of that finale, they were no longer a thing.
Yeah.
And I said this last night, like, because like I gave literally my opinion on each one of them. Giselle is bitter, jealous, and messy towards anything that looks against any female that is young, beautiful, vibrant,
and got what she wanted and what she felt like she should have had.
Successful.
Everything she felt like she should have had.
If y'all follow the show, she immediately had an issue with Monique when she was introduced, right off the rip.
Yeah,
for no reason.
And I like Monique because she
exactly. Who are you? Who brought you here? Who invited you?
That whole thing.
Even at the crib at her house, she was.
Yeah, she's like, well, you can go. Like you,
right?
She got kicked out. So they never really just like rocked.
Oh yeah, I don't like Wendy. How Wendy always want to brings up her degrees and everything.
That's another thing.
Which one is Wendy?
Wendy is the professor, John Hopkins, CNN,
who has like 3 degrees or whatever. She's the doctor.
Yeah, the Nigerian chick.
Oh, I think I've seen her on. So she's on there.
Yeah, she's on there.
Yeah. We gotta show you.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. I know who you're talking about, but I didn't see her on the.
Yeah, she's part of the cast. She comes off as very insecure and overcompensates for a lot. Mia is a pathological liar. She'll sit up there and say that somebody's husband was looking at her, and then when the tape play back, that wasn't even the case, and she's like, "Oh well, that whole shit." No. So like that's her thing.
That's Wendy. That's Mia.
Yeah.
Just that's the grand dame. Karen, right? Karen, the grand dame.
Not really.
Robin. I know, because what's her name is trying to fight for that position.
But here's the thing: nobody's trying to fight for it.
Yeah,
not her.
It just is. Sharice has been
on that show. The reason why they all came together.
Right. And then on top of that, Sharice rubs us like is in circles that Karen is not a part of.
Exactly. And then at one point, Karen had moved out of Potomac. Remember that one season?
Yeah, because
and then they try to say, "How you gonna be the grand dame of Potomac?"
The legal issues about
taxes
and all of that.
Yeah.
And then she trying to make this whole her having a side dude go away.
The driver.
Yeah, the driver, whoever it is, because it's already out there. First of all, Potomac, that part, Virginia's already a small state.
Yeah.
But that area of Potomac is even smaller.
Oh, so Potomac's in Virginia?
Yeah, Potomac's like that Virginia, Maryland,
I didn't
that DC area, that DMV area.
I didn't like when Monique had left the Real Housewives of Potomac because of the fight. She said, "I'm never doing reality shows," and then she ended up doing Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC, and then she left that show. Don't say you're not doing reality shows and then go to another reality show. You still doing reality shows.
I mean, it's bad talk.
Like, that's weird.
I'm pretty sure
she's like, I was traumatized for that fight.
Her husband
I'm not doing reality.
NFL?
He played in the NFL.
He played.
Like when she got on the show, he wasn't too far removed from like retiring.
What was his name? Chris, right?
Chris.
Not Chris Humphrey.
Chris.
I don't know what I thought about.
I was trying to see what team.
What is her last?
Samuels?
No.
That's her last name.
Oh,
her husband's name is
Is it Samuels?
I'm about to look it up right now. Her husband's name is Chris Samuels.
Yeah, Chris, I think the
Redskins. Okay, I thought I seen him say that. Yeah, so me and my wife is behind. She probably watching it right now.
Yeah, that's a weekly.
Yeah, thing. And I Love and Marriage. If y'all watch that show, that's another
Ashley is the ditziest broad.
Peacock.
With the Real Housewives.
Yeah, Ashley's stupid. Ashley in the midst of getting a divorce while she bought a house because she has no money.
She don't.
I see the.
You see that Real Housewives of Atlanta is really gonna be messy. If Portia comes back, because that's a crazy story right there.
Yeah, what happened? I've totally forgot. She in some sort of like.
So Portia just recently got married to one of her best friend's ex-husband. I think what it was.
Yeah. Well, is that why she off the show?
No, I don't know why she's off the show.
Because I think I just read somewhere where like.
Well, she's not coming back, but I think that was her choice. I feel like if she would have came back, they would have to show that part. And I don't think she wants to discuss that anymore, or why she got married to this guy anymore. I think she's done talking about it.
To be honest with you,
so I feel like if they would have brought her back, they would have made that her storyline, and she probably didn't want that to be her storyline.
Well,
you know how they do.
It is anyway.
And if you don't know, Andy Cohen over Bravo, does have a say in who's hired and fired. So.
Oh, we all know that.
We know that, yeah.
Did you see?
Oh,
and the way
did you see that whole like Real Housewives big ass reunion he had? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, he's getting plenty chips.
Is that the dude
that's a reunion?
Yeah,
he gay, right?
Yeah,
he over all.
And the way they treat
California,
what's the name? Garcelle from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh, I can't stand the way those white women treat her. She's the only black person on that show, and they just treat her bad.
But she handled her shit though.
She does. She knows how to handle it. I love it. I love every single.
I told my wife.
I can't wait till the nigga come out of her one day.
I told my wife we should do I think I told Blue this too. We should do a Real Podcasters of San Antonio, like a spoof. Because the Real Husbands of Hollywood was intended to be like a spoof. And they end up becoming I guess it was a series, but
it didn't last long. But it was funny, yeah.
Yeah, it was
I liked
funny.
it,
Just like something like that.
And the way Chappelle did with Making the Man,
right?
Dylan. Yeah. Give me some ghost milk. That's what he wanted, right? The ghost milk.
No, it was breast milk.
Breast milk. From
Cambodia.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Sugar cookie.
And sugar cookie. That's what it was. And he had he said we out, and they had his people carry him out. He said we out, and they carried him out.
Diddy, when he was acting like Diddy. Yeah, man. Oh man, Chappelle is on another.
Man, do you really think we'd be funny? If they really knew the drama behind this podcast, because people don't really know what goes on and what we see, what we know.
No,
people just see what's behind the mic. They don't see what's really behind the mic. So yeah, I feel like that'd be kind of.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny. Just do like 5 episodes or some shit like that.
I got a question.
Oh Lord.
It's based with that last comment, because we have this debate all the time. Do you feel like at some point in life, mainly when you're coming up, that you should be in some sort of physical altercation to see where you fit on the food chain?
Coming up?
Yeah.
And just in general?
Like just in general, like say or like a fist fight of some sort.
I think it's I personally think it's healthy.
Because I feel like we
need to get
her, my wife and a lot of people that think this way, like,
Brittany ever been in a fight?
No.
Me either.
No. So that's what I
got hit, but it was like they
got sucker punch.
Yeah, they
I'm not of the belief that you can just say any and everything to anybody and expect some physical and not expect physicality. That to me, that doesn't make sense, because like you should be like, if you can't use your word, first of all, people say words don't hurt. Yeah, they do. Yeah. If you've been married long enough, you understand that.
Sticks and stones hurt too, motherfucker.
You feel you understand what I'm saying? Words definitely hurt. You want to know why?
Most altercations happen over words.
Because as soon as you get into an argument or whatever the case may be, what you said always gets brought up.
Right.
Because you can't. So that whole words never hurt me, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, people can say and do whatever. But here's the thing: you should also expect that what's coming out of your mouth, right? Mm-hmm. You know that if you're into it verbally with somebody, and you're saying to me that all bets are off, I can say whatever I want to say. Okay, then you should probably expect a 50-50 chance of somebody run up on you and
all bets off
and mashing your chiclets together. You should definitely be prepared for that.
Yeah, I've been in quite a few fights. I turned out good. My wife got in one fight on the Riverwalk. Well, before she met me, but I said, "Did you win?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, that's all that matters. I can't be with no loser."
No, I've never been in any fights. No.
I've been in a fight when I was younger. I fought a dude named Cadillac. He was older, and he beat me up like 3 times. But I got respect. So now they like, "Oh, that's deep. Oh yeah, that little nigga gonna fight. He gonna fight." Yeah, I'm gonna fight the whole time. I'm be crying. I'm fighting.
I'm not a fighter.
Crying and fighting.
I'm not a fighter. There was times where one of my ex and Don't expect me to fight. I can throw a mic or two. I'm
not one of the dangerous.
I'm staying in the booth. I'm not getting out to throw a mic, but I'm not getting out the booth.
I've been in quite a few of. That shit ain't safe.
Yeah, I'm not. Mm-hmm.
That's not I can do to get health and safety.
I think back when we were younger, it was fighting and still friends in the neighborhood. You could fight somebody, y'all still gonna hoop the next day. You know what I'm saying? But now it's not like that. Nowadays, you would literally get shot for looking at somebody, which is crazy.
But not just looking at somebody, like you said, a basketball can go wrong. Oh, you pushed me. I didn't push you. That's it.
We were playing basketball at Copernicus one time, and we had this thing. My cousins had this thing, like if we shake you, like we hit you with a crossover, and we score, we do that. Bitch, like discount double check, like Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
So we kept on doing that, and my cousin James, he talks the most shit, but the nigga can box. He got hands.
He looked like it.
So we was at Copernicus. It was an older dude in there. He had to be at least like 6 or 7 years older than us. He was tall, and we kept doing it. We was kicking their ass though, and he was mad. He was mad because he couldn't do nothing. So he said, "Y'all do that shit one more time on his own." So we played. My cousin hit him again. We did it. So this time he ran up on my cousin and he swung. So my cousin just under it, left. Boom! Sat him down. And then that was the end of that. He didn't talk no more shit the rest of the night. What was crazy is 2 weeks later, and they killed his wife. They got into an altercation. He killed his wife.
Never mind.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I am gonna say this because it's not in a joking manner. Clearly this man's ego was fragile from the jump.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, like, was she there for the fight?
When we was hooping?
Yeah.
Nah.
But I guarantee you she heard about it.
He probably went home and
I guarantee you.
Especially if he came with a black eye.
I can almost bet that got brought up in that conversation.
Probably. And she's why didn't do nothing to that anyway? Oh, you think I'm a bitch? Yeah. Killed his wife. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he got arrested or he killed himself. One of those.
Probably.
But they left kids behind either way. Left kids behind. So
he probably killed himself.
But that's just weak. We might There's nothing wrong with you're not gonna win every fight. There's nothing wrong with getting beat up. I mean, you don't want to continue to get beat up, but everybody is going to lose. Some of the greatest fighters that we know has lost fights. So,
most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's an anomaly.
Definitely is. But he's lost one. He lost in the Olympics.
What the Olympics? Oh yeah, okay. Say even still, like
I don't think he lost though. But
he didn't lose.
I think they fucked him up
on paper.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of fighting, if you want to go see a fight December 3rd, Woo Santiago will be fighting. Snapback is not fighting, but he's gonna go out and support. I just found that out today when he pulled up to get his kid. But so you can check out Woo Santiago fighting December 3rd. I think it's at the Joe Freeman Coliseum. If you want tickets, go ahead, hit up Woo Santiago's page on Facebook and go check that out. That's gonna be a dope fight. It's always dope to see, people that fight. It's kind of cool.
I haven't been to a local.
You didn't get to go yet. Me and Travis went. You didn't get to go that day, but we went. It was dope to see that. It was a nice experience.
Was I driving when y'all went?
Yeah, you were driving. That was the one that was in Floresville, right?
Oh,
was it in Floresville?
Yeah,
a Seguin area. Floresville.
It was Floresville.
Yeah, Floresville. So that was dope. Yeah. That was a dope event. That's kind of dope to see. It's always dope. Again, check us out, Urban Street Radio. You can check out the interview on their website, urbanstreetradio.com. I think that's what it is. Check it out. If you missed it yesterday, you can go back and check it again because we are doing dope, great things, exceeding in things, black things. We are doing it. We are doing it. Even though my girl ain't happy, ain't black, but she's black. So
that's right.
He's Hispanic. So we're doing a lot of dope things. not just with YouTube, but with the way you ask podcasts, we are. And, you know, we also going to be doing the live podcast, and we're going to be bringing that back. Just bear with us. We're going to bring back the game nights. Bear with us. We're definitely going to be doing all that good stuff that you know us for. Definitely.
Before we sign off, I got to talk some shit real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got this group chat with all the podcasters in San Antonio in this podcast.
These views and thoughts do not reflect our views. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
No, it reflects mine.
Oh, I don't even know what he's gonna say. So
Blue does a lot of stuff. She does a lot of stuff. Her schedule is full. So if she's taking time out to put something together for us as podcasters, I think we should try to make a move and participate in it. Can't nobody in that group say they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
But even if we can participate, respond. You say, hey, I can't make it. Because even what's his name? Even though he's not doing it with socially responsible. What's the dark skin one? Kevin. What's his name? Kelvin, yeah. Even though he's not doing socially responsible, he said he's gonna start his own podcast, and he even hit me up and said can he pull up? I said, yeah, pull up.
Yeah.
But I guess he felt like because he hasn't started yet, he didn't feel like pulling up. Which I understand because he hasn't done any episodes yet. But I still told him to pull up. I said, when he hit me up in the group chat, because y'all saw the message in the group chat, he's like, can I come? LOL. Yeah. I messaged him privately and said, yeah, pull up. You doing a podcast, pull up. Like, everybody was invited. I even invited Emzai, even though he feel like he's on a podcast, so that's probably why he didn't come. But I told everybody to pull up in that podcast. Everybody.
So for the ones that's solidified as a podcast, that's known as podcasts, I want to hear the reasoning behind why you didn't show up. I'm really curious because, in my opinion, because she put it in the group chat a few times and nobody can.
But not only did I put it in there, what else did I do? I tagged everybody.
Yeah,
because sometimes we do miss messages, but if you get that tag, you guarantee to get that pop up saying someone tagged you in something.
Yeah. So when we did the video shoot, the photo shoot, the people. This is my personal opinion. Sorry. Y'all can chime in on y'all personal opinion. But my personal opinion is the people that didn't show up and they didn't respond to give even a cancellation of, hey man, we ain't gonna be able to make it X, Y, and Z. I think that's some hoe ass shit. Me personally, I think that's hoe ass shit. Especially when you have somebody that's going out their way to make sure that all the podcasters in the city is getting some light shedded on them. Because I don't know about y'all. Other podcasters don't do what we do. I ain't never watched a podcast and they just genuinely shouted us out. You
other than if this mic.
Yeah, if this mic, but usually we tuned in. Like we'll say something. You know what I'm saying? Versus us, I think we kind of make it a point to make sure, hey y'all, make sure y'all check out X, Y, and Z. Even the podcasters that don't do it for us, we still take that extra step and give a shout out or something.
And not just the ones in the city. We shout out the ones that come on after us when we just go live on Wednesdays, like ringing it and all that. Yeah. So and then not only that too, if you don't know Chief Suits, they want a tight schedule. Like they podcast on Saturdays and they change their schedule around to make it.
Right. Yeah. So I personally I'm curious of the excuse or the reasoning behind it. And I want to know if we're gonna be doing this, looking out for each other and shit like that, let it be known. But if not, also let that be known. If you solely on focus on doing your own thing, that's perfectly fine. Just let us know so we can stop going the extra mile to give a fuck about what you got going on.
And like what and on the same breath, I can give passes to people that didn't know about it.
Right. I know one for sure.
One for sure didn't know because I talked to him.
Yeah, we ain't gonna name names, but we know.
But yeah, I second my brother what he said. If you are looking for extra, love from us, but you don't make live events. Okay, cool. Like everybody wants to be a part of a live event. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
I think it's good for the city.
It's good for the city. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's, will have a voice heard.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying, will feel like they have a voice heard. I'm not very active in the podcast group page.
But you still saw it,
but
though.
I still see everything that's said and everything that
But my thing is,
on.
for someone that's not active, you still saw my messages.
Exactly.
That's my thing.
I saw every,
because even Hypnotic the DJ is not active, and he still saw the messages.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you did.
Well, he pulled up because of U3 stuff too.
If you knew about it,
yeah, he still.
If you knew about it and you didn't make that a priority, or even just a priority enough to say, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it," because like not everybody's able to make it, and we understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're getting into
communication
and professional courtesy.
I'm not gonna name names, but I do want to give out. I just want to say shout out to two podcasters who really communicative in that group chat the whole process. They know who they are. I'm not gonna name names, and I appreciate that. Not just with the photo shoot, but with the magazine, with the questions. They're very communicative. Like one even made sure she's like, "Hey," they were like, "Hey, I didn't get the questions yet. Can you resend them?" Like they were very communicative about that, and I appreciate that because we want to. Because like they said, I do a lot, and I'm not doing this podcast issue because I'm trying to think of issues to fill up or I need something to bring attention to my magazine. That's not why I did this, because I have a fight issue that I'm going to do that's waiting on. That can have Travis, Woo Woo, Santiago, Snapback, and any other fighters that I could have done in December, but I didn't. I have a Christian, the Christian rap artist that's coming up soon, and I'm doing an edition on. I could have did in December. There's a lot of editions that I could have done. Like I'm not doing this because I need clout or I need people to watch my magazine or read my magazine. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I genuinely want to support you guys.
See, and this is gonna be another personal opinion.
Go ahead.
But I think some people feel like they're higher than what they really is. I honestly feel that I think some people feel like they are at a certain status to where it's like, I'm cool on that. I mean, which is perfectly fine. Like I'm saying, communication. Let us know so we can not waste any energy even sending you the fucking invite. You know what I'm saying? So just let us know. And when the magazine comes out, we don't want to hear no bitching and no complaining about, we ain't in there. Well, motherfucker, you should have showed up. If you got any complaints about it, make your own fucking magazine.
It doesn't matter how many times you've been in it, you should still be appreciated. Because this would be like your third time.
Yeah. One of them was just for Live at 5.
And the second one?
Well, no, two of them was.
Well, then the second one was Live at 5 and your photography.
Podcast, yeah.
Yeah. So that podcast. So like, then this is gonna be his first time, and then we're gonna do the fight edition. So that's gonna be your second time. Like, I really, because he asked me about it, right? You asked me when we doing the fight edition. I was like, I had pushed it back because I'm doing the podcast. Because I really could have scrapped that and be like, December can be the.
Because I got another idea, like a couple other ideas.
See, look, we don't need y'all
for that.
Exactly.
To say like
we don't need y'all.
I can potentially get into that magazine.
Exactly. So we don't need you guys. So
that's what I'm just saying. Like,
because I know more people just San Antonio artists. Just letting you know.
Like straight like that. Like I was just telling them. A friend of mine's. They didn't even know that was them was my peoples like that. Mm-hmm. Like the cocktails like that. I just told him. I literally just told him about that because,
I think I followed them on.
Yeah, you follow them. You know what I'm saying? Like I know
but this is not just for the podcast,
family and all.
In so city. This is for the podcast out of this city too, because we shout out a lot of. I know I do. If you go to my U3 page, I specifically have a page for podcasts, and it has all the podcasts out there, not just the ones in Texas, the ones out of Texas, like FOH Had a Dog, Winging It, Chronicles, all that. Like, I have all that up there. So I support everybody, and we barely get. I'm not saying we're doing it for the shout outs, but it's the fact that it's like if someone is supporting you, you gotta show that support back, or you won't get that support anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's why I already came to the conclusion like I ain't sharing nobody's shit no more. I ain't sharing nobody's shit no more. I ain't never. Whenever we post our live, I don't see nobody sharing our shit, and that shit is easy as fuck. And it's a shame that podcasters in the city trying to make it can't share other podcasters in the city that's trying to make it too. That's just weird. It's weird to me. I can't even say crabs in a bucket because I think Jay-Z said that crabs don't belong in a bucket any fucking way. So, but yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. So,
no, I totally agree. Like professional courtesy is something that I take very like serious.
We went through this already.
Like we went through this. Like I will.
I'm shouting out Urban Street because they're not even a podcast; they're a radio station. They still pulled up.
For real,
right?
For real,
and stayed.
And this will be like their. I think this will be their. This will be their second time in the magazine because the first one show was with the female edition. No, actually, third time because I did a Texan edition. I think they were in it, and then they're in it now. But yeah, they showed up in their radio station. But I consider them radio podcasts,
right?
So they kind of fit in, and they support. They tune in every day. I mean, every Tuesday.
Yeah, I know.
Mickey does.
Amzai do too.
Yeah, Amzai do too.
But
Shout out to
also
Amzai.
Records the same day too.
Yeah, so he tuned in, and he wants us on his show again. So he said, "Let him know."
He always.
Yeah, he hit me up today. He's booked for the past 2 Tuesdays, but after that, he said, "Let him know." And I said, "We all three will be available now since you're done with the counting on Tuesdays." Yeah. So I said, "Do we all be available?" Because he wants all three of us. So that'd be a dope look.
Stuff that way, just record, tell everybody to go over there to that podcast when we over there.
Yeah.
Basically, just cross promote because I think he got it to where we can log in.
We can. He does every time he goes live. We can log into our YouTube and Facebook and go live. So shout out to Amzai, man. He put me onto that too. I like that. And we tried to do that too for a while. Remember when we having people, when people were going live, we said send us your stuff, and we used to go live. We did it with Amzai because that's the only one that works. But we tried, man, for a minute. We tried to do that.
We have exercised all. Well, I'm gonna say we extended all the hands that we can extend, and I'm tired of extending. So at this point, I'm still cordial because it is what it is. But like we say, our podcast, we feel like our podcast is just as valuable as y'all think y'all podcast is. So we're not gonna let nobody step on our shit and act like it ain't. So with that said, if you have any problems, you can inbox me.
Or me.
Or Travis.
They can inbox.
Don't inbox.
Oh, they can inbox you, but they can't talk to you on Facebook. He's still in jail, right?
No, I'm out.
Oh, you out of jail finally?
Yeah, my other page. My birthday was November. What was it, Travis? November the 20th something. And Travis was like, Travis
that threw me off.
Travis it really did. I didn't even notice it said that.
Happy umbilical cord day. I was like, huh? He was like, your birthday. I said, my birthday December 6th. He said, I just seen your page. It said, I said, oh no, that was fake. Oh, that shit was fake. He said,
that was a waste of. That was a waste of shout out.
I think he had called me that day.
Take it back. Yeah. Go back. Untag yourself. Take it
what
back.
You doing? I was like, I'm driving. Like, man, tell you happy umbilical cord day. I was like, huh? He was like, it's your birthday. I was like, no. Man.
You know, I would have made a post and everything.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's all I had. Get that off my chest. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, you can inbox me or inbox Travis. Don't inbox Blue.
Why not?
Because she's passive and she's gonna talk to you some sweet nothings. Cause that's what everybody do. They inbox Blue. Even people that try to come on that show and act, funny, they inbox Blue. She ain't confrontational, which is good. We need that. We need that balance. But just to throw that out there, I personally believe me and Travis is probably he's probably more or we're probably equally confrontational. So
I'm gonna go out on the record and say confrontation arouses me. It does something to me. I love it. I love confrontation.
Well, you're a fighter, so
even before, like, really,
before that,
like, I love, like, well, yeah. I mean,
it's something about just selling it versus just talking.
And I'm the opposite. I'm not confrontational.
I love.
You do something I don't
like. I will avoid
I'm
confrontation.
Not gonna say, and if I do ask you about
I will avoid it. Like,
I'm gonna ask
that's
you.
my first. That's my first thing. I'm not looking to be confrontational with people.
I like conversation or conversation. If you do something I don't like, I'm gonna ask you in a slick way. I'm not just gonna come out and say, "Why did you do so and so?" Like I'm gonna do it in a slick way.
I wasn't raised that way.
I'm highly
so like if I see you text somebody that I don't like, instead of me saying, "Why you texting so and so," I'm like, "Oh, so now you're into Asian women?" Something like that. I'm very like, "Oh, so now you like that other podcast?" Like I'm very like slick. That's like I'm very slick.
Passive, right? Passive aggressive.
That's passive aggressive.
I'm very petty too.
I'm very
You can ask Lightbright. I'm the pettiest of the petty. Aggressive? Don't do something to make me mad.
Direct.
Aggressive.
I'm petty. Don't do nothing to make me mad. I'm
just
petty.
Direct, aggressively direct.
I'm the pettiest of the petty.
My wife said Monique's husband reminds her of me because he's direct when he's saying what he's saying.
He is. Yeah. He very is.
I was like,
I think that's what I think people think they can handle directness and they can't. No, they really.
A lot of people can't.
Really can't.
Like when people say, I need you to tell me the truth all the time and be real, be straight up with me. That sounds like what you want.
But then then when the truth is spoken to you and then your reaction.
Because men don't have a soft way of telling you these things.
And like they don't have a soft way of telling it. And on top, like you'll find when you seek the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
If you seek the truth, and it could be a relationship like a long term or a marriage or something like that, or it could be a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
If you seek the truth and say, well, you can just tell me, like it's just tell me this, you ain't gotta like sugarcoat it or beat around the bush or lie about it or whatever like that. All right, and then like when the truth is spoke and your reaction is like, yeah, I probably should have just lied about it or not said nothing about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I think it was like, but he was more so talking about the household. The dude from Ninja Warrior, one of the hosts of American Ninja Warrior, black dude.
Brady?
No, there's a black dude that's a host of American Ninja Warrior. Bald-headed dude. He's playing the NFL. I forget his name. But it's I know you're talking about. Yeah, it's out there. It's like the video's out there. And he's like pretty much the communication in the household is like when the wife or mom is, when she gets what she needs off her chest, everything's cool. Everything's supposed to be whatever. But let the man of the house get to talking about how he feel. Shit get real tight. Shit get real stressful. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And you get to pulling stuff out like, oh, you just pulling that out.
On a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
You know what I'm saying? Because like now it's like, oh, okay, well,
like your cooking can use a little work.
Yeah, or something like that. But like if I
go to the gym and lose a little weight, or you can, you start naming shit that.
You start naming shit, but then it's like, oh well, okay, this is the reaction I get. So let me go ahead and just, because he was like, if the woman is expressing herself, happy.
You gotta take it.
But then if I express myself unhappy, so now I gotta refrain from really saying how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta sit over here with this unhappiness because
you're sparing.
I'm sparing her feelings, and I'm sparing my disappointment. I'm sparing like me the the probability of me just being disappointed in the reaction. So now I'm sitting here unhappy because I can't say how I really feel. Like that's what he was. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Because if a woman has a problem, she say whatever she gonna say. Man, you just as a man, you got to take it and fix it. Do it whatever she said. You got to change something about it. But if I start naming some stuff, now is you take it as I'm attacking you. You're not taking it the same way that you said that I should take it. Now you're taking offense to it. Now it's offensive. Now it's disrespectful. Now it's oh, you don't want me no more, or that the extreme stuff. It goes to the extreme. And not all women. We're not saying all women.
No.
It happens though. It definitely happens. But if you ask for the truth, you gotta be able to receive it. That's why you should be careful when you say, I want a godly man or a godly woman. Because you don't know what their version of godly is. So you might get somebody that's overdoing it, and now you like, well, dang, X, Y, and Z. But this, you ask for a godly man. You got to be specific in your words that you choose. You'll get what you want. Let you know. If you want a dude that's this way, you're going to get him. If you want a woman that's, I want a woman that can do all these tricks and this, and this. Yeah, you're going to get all that. But you ain't asked for the specific stuff. So those bipolar moments going to come out and you're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Well, yeah, you didn't ask for a woman that's mentally, her health is her mental is healthy. You didn't ask for that. So now you finna get fucking the girl. What's the girl name that cut old dude's penis off?
Lorena Bobbitt.
Lorena Bobbitt. You're gonna get one of those.
Oh, you might get a left eye.
Yeah, burn your house down.
Actually,
Andre Rising.
Man, we had a nice little. We had a nice topic tonight. Nice show. Man,
as usual.
Man, these kids are dropping crazy.
I'm tired for real.
They wore me out.
I'm with Travis.
Little ones wore me out. The little ones, man. 3-year-old, 4-year-olds. We had 2 accidents today. Man. Potty train your kids before you send to school. Anyways. At least teach them how to say I need to go potty. That's all. At least do that. But you already know. Go ahead, T1. Give your thank yous, your shout outs. I like your sweatshirt. $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
If you ain't peep it.
Shout out to Gilly.
If you ain't peep it.
Shout out to Gilly and Wallow at Gilly the Kid. At Gilly the King. At Wallow267 on IG. At M Worth the Game. On IG as well, I believe. But yeah, shout out to them. Like that, I listen to their podcast a lot. Ever since really the podcast, but even before the podcast started.
Yeah, because it was on.
Yeah, because they were just doing it on IG. Like Gilly would do daily,
nut ass.
Yeah, just daily game. Inbox that he would get in his inbox.
Yeah. I love the fun moments, especially the one with them and Chris Brown singing Candy.
Oh,
Candy
yeah.
Rain.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love those fun moments.
They got some good episodes.
They do.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Will You Ask Podcast. The team. Shout out to everybody that showed up on Saturday. Everybody, names escape me, but if you was there, you know who I'm talking to.
Right.
Shout out to
you definitely know if you wasn't there.
Shout out to Urban Sweet Radio for having us on last night.
Definitely.
Shout out to the Sprat Pack, Sprat Harvest System, Higher Combatives, Tailor Made Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in St. Louis, Missouri. My family, the ones that really hold me down.
You see your Mrs. Perry.
I know. Baby, I love you.
I'm legally blind.
But yeah, shout out to everybody, man. For real.
Yeah.
That's doing something positive and then trying to elevate their life the best way they know how.
And elevate each other.
Yeah.
Who you want to give a shout out to? Your airline?
Shout out to just everybody that supports the wife, the kids.
Your kids doing anything that they were shouting out this time?
My kids. My son has a. It's gonna be a busy weekend. My son has. Is this weekend the 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. So my son has a performance. He's in a music class. He has a performance on Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
What
instrument does he play? Does he sing?
The zoo.
Does he sing? He plays an instrument.
He's like in the choir.
Okay. Does he have a solo?
He can play instruments.
Does he have a solo? Not yet.
Nah, he can't sing, but he can hold a note.
Okay.
So and he can tell when you off your note.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He's excited though. He's pumped up. So we got that going on this weekend, and then
take some videos. We want to see.
Yeah. And then
want to see if he got his voice from you or his mama.
Probably me.
My wife definitely we ain't trying to hear that then if he got it from you.
My birthday coming up next week.
Exactly.
This is gonna be the first time I actually did something for my birthday in like a couple of years.
That'd be dope.
I really don't be doing that for my birthday no more. I don't know. But we're gonna go out to a dinner. It's an invite only, so I already got all the invites in. If you didn't get an invite, I love you still, but I probably don't fuck with you like that.
I got love for you. I ain't mad at you.
Not for real. That's for real though. I ain't even lie. It's like probably like 20 people coming. Yeah. If the people even show up. It don't matter to me. I don't care. As long as my wife and the kids is there. And my mama gonna be there. So
that's all you need.
Yeah. And then shout out to the Most High, man, for keeping me alive. Yeah. This year has been a long ass year.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
for sure.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Thing 1, Thing 2. I'm joking. Give a shout out to my co-host.
My kids was Thing 1 and Thing 2
for
Halloween one time.
Shout out to my co-host for holding it down. Thank you guys for coming out. Yesterday for the Urban Street interview. Thank you for showing up Saturday. I want to shout out the photographer because he's quick on his toes. So we could have just been like, nah, give up, reschedule, but he made it work, made it do what it do.
Yeah,
so I can't wait to see. So I can't wait to see the photos. I know they're gonna be dope. I'm supposed to get them this Saturday, so they're gonna be dope. I know they're gonna be dope. He's nervous about them, but I have faith in him because he's done a couple of my pictures and stuff. So I have faith. Shout out to all the people that support us. Like they said, we support people who support us. We do this because of you guys, especially Mrs. Perry, Urban Street, Cheryl Meadow, Mickey Street. Thank y'all guys for tuning in tonight. Amzi tunes in from time to time. Thank you guys. Everyone who showed up Saturday, we're not gonna call names. I don't want to call people out. I know everybody who showed up, but I appreciate you guys for showing up.
I mean, you can shout out to the people that showed up. You can say their name. Nah. The only people that's gonna feel some type of way is the motherfuckers that didn't show.
You're right, but they know who they are. Thank you, and thank you for being patient. No, you're fine. And thank you for being patient because it does take patience to figure out what was going on, but we made it do what it do. We made it work. Especially the people who changed their schedules for us. I appreciate that. I want to shout out to shout out to my mama for all. She don't comment on my podcast stuff like this. She ain't gonna comment on podcasts like this, but if I share like an interview that I'm on, or like I share an article, she will share that and comment on that. So I appreciate that.
That's because Blue ain't gonna do no cussing.
Miss House sliding in my DM, y'all.
Lies. That is a lie. That is a lie. My mom don't even know how to work. My mom don't even know how to work Messenger.
Is that Deacon McGarry?
She don't need to work Messenger.
Nah, she
real.
I'm about to be Blue's stepdad.
Lies.
35?
Can't work.
I'm not that
old. No, I'm 30. She
33.
33?
I'm not that old.
Okay. You have a stepdad that's about the same age. Who was your oldest sibling?
About 40-ish.
Okay.
39, 40.
I'm 30. I'm about to be 38, so.
We same age as my brother and sister.
Now get ready. Papa's got a brand new bag.
I'm done. No, nah. I'm good. Nah. But shout out to everyone who supported him. Willie, my photographer. I want to give a shout out to him. Kai Factor from the islands. He knows, like I said, he's quick on his toes. He knows how to really get it done, and he's fast about it too. Cause like he's ready to give me the photos Monday, but he couldn't make it because he had to work. So I like that, and I know, like I said, it's dope work. And if I get this, like they said, I'm not the person to talk to because I'm the type to be like, let's see if we can try to get everybody included. But if I reach out and they don't reach out, that's it. I'm not reaching out anymore. Chances are come and gone. I'm just letting you know now.
Reaching out one more time. I know you want your project to come out.
Well, not just that, because they're still going to be inside. They just won't be on the cover. It's not like I'm saying they're not going to be inside. Gotcha. They just won't make the cover. So I'm giving another opportunity to show up so they can make the cover. That's just me. But I'm not going to say, hey, because you didn't make the cover, you can't be inside. No, they're still going to be inside. They just won't be on the cover. That's all.
So if you didn't come to practice, you ain't playing in the game.
You're going to be on the C team.
Be on the C team.
The C team. But you already know, every Tuesday you can catch us here live, Facebook, YouTube, and then Monday a new episode drops. Man, you already know who I am. The one and only DJ Babe Blue Diamond.
AKA Blue Chew.
Whatever, go.
Yeah, Blue Chew.
You know the blue, y'all know what a Blue Chew is?
Yeah, we know,
we know the Blue Chew.
You know the Blue Diamond is?
I got a Blue Chew in my drawer.
You know it's also a Blue Diamond too, right?
Blue Diamond. But I only heard Zero say it.
It's another name for Blue Diamond.
It's the same thing?
Yeah, the pills that make you think of.
I just heard Zero say Blue Diamond. I ain't never heard.
Yeah, it's another name for the pills when your dick is limp.
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about that.
No, Blue Chew is different. Blue Chew, that's like Viagra.
Yeah, Blue Diamond is another name for Viagra.
No, what I'm saying, that's Blue Chew don't work like that.
Oh, what's Blue Chew?
Like it don't cause you to get hard. It's just whenever you start.
Oh, I don't know the Blue Chew. But Blue Diamonds is another name for Viagra. But yeah. I'm DJ Babe Blue Diamond.
It's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5 himself.
Fella.
Sir. Sir.
Oh man.